Hello, Leo. Thank you very much for tuning into your love read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan. For supportive oracle cards, Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. Already shuffled. We're going to do relationship first, singles second. Oracle cards come out where needed. Somebody's going overboard. Ironically, I think it's your partner. Not to be like facetious, and hopefully it doesn't come off facetious. Leo is very strong, and like Leo makes me think like once in a while Leo does some extreme stuff, but they're like live hard, play hard type people usually, stereotypically granted. Your partner is the one with the extremes, and this one. What is going on here? There's a lot, like, I feel like there's a lot, like, everything feels very, there's a kabubble, I don't know, there's a lot going on. Your partner, like, what are they doing? Okay, hold on. It's almost like they're feeling like there's going to be an assured win. This is their challenge card, which is ironic. This is like a victory card. This is their challenge card, though. The Six of Wands, almost like they're expecting like taking it for granted that things are going to work in their favor. That seems to be a problem, because they're not participating. Wait a minute. That really is how that feels. They're expecting like it's like taking a win for granted. Taking a victory for granted. Like things are going to go their way and they're taking it for granted, but they're not participating. Their energy is telling me they're not participating. And it's almost like when I'm seeing this over here, this is what they got coming towards them. Currently, they have the Sun card. Like things typically go very well for them. In this relationship especially, things go very, very well for them. But they got the Karma card coming in right with it. Like you get what you pay for. And the extremes is like they're way too used to this. The way it's been, they're way too used to. I'm getting with the extremes. I feel like they're not participating, and I'm just like, what is happening? Because that doesn't really match your Leo energy for me. Like, your energy's not doing that. You got things going. You're communicating. You're doing what you got to do. They're not participating. They're just expecting you to do it for them or something like that, or like to pull them in or include them in something. And what I'm getting here with the Ace of Swords is like you got things going, you got some things on the hopper or on the stove, you got things going, you got things you're going to do here, you're going to do these things over there, you're going. They seem to be watching with the Page of Swords, just kind of observing, like waiting for you to include them in on it, but they're not really moving on this. They're not coming toward you. They're not talking about this. You seem to be going off on your own and doing what you want to do, and you're not bringing them with you this time, is what I'm getting. And that's good. I'm sorry, but I think that is good. The trick for you is to not overthink this. The Hermit card is like to not overthink this, because you might need to bring a conversation for you. Yeah, that's the trick. They're saying don't overthink it. The challenge card is the Hermit. What helps? The Knight of Swords. You're going to have to bring a conversation forward about this later, but I wouldn't feel bad about this. Your partner needs to voice their opinion more often. They need to communicate better, because you're going off and doing your own thing. And I feel like it's realizing you got acceptance tying you and your partner together in this whole situation. If they don't communicate, you know, that's not good. They need to communicate more, and that like you're seeing the history here, like they've gotten into a pattern where they just expect you to do this or expect that from you or expect this or expect that. And they kind of take a back seat to the situation and just kind of, you know, when you say it's time to get in the car, let's go, I'm going to go. And you're like, okay, I'm ready. And they just take their place and go along for the ride. This isn't good. And when you realize this has been going on for a while and that they're just kind of like, they're not moving on things, they're just expecting you to include them or choose things for them. Are you choosing things for them? Because I feel like you're choosing things for them. This isn't good. They may be enjoying it, but it's not good. I feel like this isn't really very... I don't like this energy for you either. Like, I don't like that attitude. Like, I don't think you're looking to drag somebody along with you from place to place. I think you want a participant, somebody who makes up their own mind and says what they want, and then you include that in with it. I do think you probably want to be the leader of the show, but even if you're like, if it's a circus and you're the main event, you want a couple other acts going on, and you want to enjoy those acts too. You want to be the main. Usually Leo wants to be the main, but you want other things going on around you so you can enjoy those too. You don't want somebody just like sitting in the stands just watching you perform. You want them to perform too. You just want to be the main performance. I hope that doesn't sound bad, but that's kind of what I keep getting. Which is, what's the problem? Somebody has to be the main. Might as well be you. Why not? Don't feel bad about walking away and doing your own thing. And realize that if you want a better future with this person, you need to start reminding them that they need to communicate when they want to do something. If there's something they like, they need to do something. They need to say something. If they want to be included, they need to say something. If they hear you talking, your partners, they can bring it up. You can talk it out with each other. You know what I mean? Talk it out. It's fine. This gets stronger. This relationship gets stronger, ironically, by them being left out. The Four of Cups is saying them realizing that the reason they were left out was because they didn't say anything. And you coming forward after the fact, saying, you know what? I could have included you. I could have included you in that, but you didn't say anything, so I didn't really know if you really wanted to be, so I just kind of went on my own. But if you wanted to be a part of that, you should have said something. Just talk to me. If you hear me talking about it, speak up. We're partners. Talk to me. Say you want to be a part of it. That's fine. I feel like you're going to have to tell this person. You're going to have to talk with them a bit. They need to participate more. That's what I'm getting. I don't know how that sounds. Like, for some people this is going to hit. For other people it's not. I'm already like feeling like I'm going to get a couple backhanded comments. I already feel it. But that's how it's coming through. So this other person needs to participate more. They need to communicate more. And that could really improve this relationship. They do love you. You love them too. I mean, obviously you're in this relationship with them. But the way they're handling this, it's just not good. I feel like this is like, I don't remember which other reading I did, but for one of the relationships, it's kind of like, by not communicating or doing it this way, it's like they're chipping at the base of this relationship, and it's causing damage to the base. A couple chips here, a couple chips there are not going to bring down the building. But, you end up knocking out 7 or 8 blocks, you could have some problems. So it's just like, this could corrode things over time in a bad way. So nipping this in the bud now and being like, you need to communicate more, you need to talk with me more so we know where we stand. So I know what you want, you know what I want. Don't just take it for granted that I'm going to lead the way and I'm just going to bring you with me. Tell me what you want. Tell me you want to be a part of something, and we'll go from there. That strengthens this relationship and keeps it healthy. So for the longevity of this relationship, that's what needs to happen. I think that's good. All right. Whew, let's do Leo singles now. I think that one was pretty good. I don't know. People will tell me in the comments. We know how that'll go. So I'll see the comments. I always do see the comments. Where I see them, I usually can't respond to them. They get forwarded to my phone. So I usually don't have a chance right away to respond to them. I don't think I usually respond to comments. Like emails I do, which I'll give the email at the end if you want to email me for a reading or for whatever. Leo, messages for Leo. Single Leos. What do we have for single Leos? Single Leos. Okay, we're there. That was quick. Ooh, that's a good one. I shouldn't say stuff like that. I know better. No, I think this will be good. You do have the 5 of Cups here at the bottom, but no, I don't think that's bad. I feel like the 5 of Cups is for the other person, quite frankly. You're very dynamic, very strong, and I feel like I'm noticing you got Earth, you got the Queen of Earth here. Is it the Queen of Earth? Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. I knew there was something about that I was saying wrong. Sometimes I refer to her as the Mother of Earth, sometimes this, sometimes that. But Earth and Fire, see, that's why the 5 of Cups is there. I feel like your dynamic energy is something that, like, if somebody's more of an Earth energy, they need to get used to it. Sometimes they can, sometimes it's more of a challenge. They like you, though. They definitely like you. And they think, they see, I feel like you're very gracious with this person. There's gratitude here, too. So, it's interesting. When I'm feeling this person coming towards you, which should be happening at any point, they do see a lot of beauty in you, but they also see a lot of, like, giving positive qualities. They see a lot of positive qualities in you. You may move very quick, and you may be very dynamic, and something you may be more intense than they're used to. But they do see a very good person. They see somebody that has a lot of positive qualities. It's just your method of going through life doesn't really jive with theirs very easily. And the question is, can it be worked out? This person, like, see, you got a lot going your way. I don't. All right, let's go to this first. There's like a little jump going back and forth here, but to be fair, my cat just started coming over. Who might jump in the frame? Just fair warning. Your energy, your history has the Knight of Cups. You got a lot going for you. There's a lot of positive things around you, a lot of positive ways you move. There's a lot of positive things around you. So I'm feeling this in the past, so I just want to acknowledge that that's there. When this person comes towards you, they see all these positive qualities. When you see this person, you're like, that's the one I want. You've got this Six of Wands, that's the one I want. The thing is, you're also, even though that's the one you want, you're very well aware with the Four of Cups that they're not automatically won over by you. You like them. You like right off you see them, whoever this is, you're like, that's the one I want. But I feel like as the conversations start, Justice comes in with the King of Wands, which don't get caught up in the gender with any of these cards, definitely because it's a general read anyway, but your energy comes through very strong and very clear, and you know what you want, you know what you like, you know what you'd like to do. It's very defined. This is where I want to go. This is what I'm thinking. This is what I would like to do with you. You're very very open and honest. There's no real hidden punches here. This is how I feel. This is what I think. When I'm looking at you, I'm seeing a beautiful person, and I like you. I'd like to get to know you more. Very dynamic, very strong. The Justice card comes in because the Queen of Pentacles, which don't get caught up in the gender of this one either, is also kind of like, and they have the Beauty card there right next to it, which means they do think you're extremely charismatic. They do think you're beautiful. They do like you. They see a lot of positive attributes. But they're not going to just go your way on this. They'll give in to a point. They'll work it out with you a little bit, and they're like, well, I'm not going to go tonight to have dinner with you somewhere. I'm not going to go hang out with you just tonight. But, you know, if you want to hang out next Thursday, I could grab a bite to eat if you want. We could do that. Like, it's going to be kind of on their terms. And I feel like you're coming towards this person, and they're kind of pushing you back a little bit, but the thing is, you got the Sun card at the top, and you are just like, I feel like you're just blindly bowled over with this person. You got Purity, which, this is a weird card. I've read the author's take on the Purity. It's not really bad. It's just, it's so stereotypical. It drives me crazy. But what I'm getting here is like, it's just kind of blindly going into something and believing the best, and like the emotions are there. We'll work it out. You want to be with this person, and I feel like you're backing off, and you're like, all right, you want to do it your way? I can do it your way. I can do it your way. At the bottom of this reading is the Hierophant, just to say that too, because I don't want to skip it. And I'm afraid I keep trying to for some reason. I'm not sure why. The Hierophant is telling me that this whole situation, as long as you're connected with this person, is going to take work. There's going to be give and take the whole time. Your energy and their energy, you live life differently. You do things differently. You have different modes of moving forward. So the whole time you're dealing with each other, whatever respect that is, it's going to take some work. It's going to be some give and take on both sides. So as long as both sides are willing to do that, this can go pretty far. But the Hierophant at the bottom is like, this is not going to be just like one. It's not going to be just easy flowing. It's going to be, all right, I want this. All right, and I have to present it, and then they're going like, all right, well, I don't know about that, but I want this. You're like, all right, well, let me think about that. It's going to be working it back and forth. It's kind of like, if you think about clay, how you got to kind of warm it up, but then you got to kind of mold it, and but it's going to be constantly doing that. Keeping the clay warm, keeping it malleable, keeping it changing. The whole time you're connected with this person, it's going to be like that. I'm also getting the Page of Pentacles with the gratitude. Is that gratitude? Yep. Coming up in the future. This situation is not going to take off like a rocket. It's going to be very slow going. The person coming towards you, even though they're very taken by your beauty, they see a lot of positive attributes, they're going to set the tone, and they're going to be like, we're going to go very slow. I'm only going to go very slow. Something could happen here, but we're going to take it slow. I'm not willing to go very fast. They're going to be very slow moving in this situation. As you keep going forward to reinforce the Hierophant, you got the Three of Pentacles. It's going to take more and more work. You're just going to have to decide if the attraction is strong enough to where you're willing to work this out, because it's always going to be this way. You're not going to hit a point where it's not going to be that way. What it is now is what it's going to be tomorrow, next week, next year, next month. I'm jumping around there. But it's always going to be that way. A decade from now, however long you're together, if it goes that way, as long as you're okay with that, you're both going to have to work on this. It's always going to take work to work it out. Always going to take work. If you're okay with that from the beginning, go for it. This person feels the way you do about them. That is a match. Chemistry-wise, it is definitely a match. As long as you're okay with working it out and realizing from now until the last day we're together, it will always be working it out. As long as you're okay with that, you'll be fine. And we're done. All right. Thank you for watching. I hope that helps. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.